Rain pounded my face as two security guards held my elbows and escorted me across the wet parking lot like a criminal. Through the fogged windows of the staff lounge, I watched the team laughing and raising champagne glasses around her. Neha, with her crisp blazer and bright, confident smile. Balloons bobbed against the ceiling while my soggy cardboard box of personal items grew heavier under my arm. I caught my boss Vikram's eye. He lifted his glass in a dramatic toast. His lips clearly said, "She'll fix your mess." 4 years. 4 years of late nights, endless data modeling, and building a predictive maintenance and scheduling AI system that kept one of the busiest regional airports running smoothly. 4 years of my life poured into algorithms that prevented delays, optimized crew rotations, and caught mechanical issues before they grounded planes. 30 minutes earlier, Vikram had slid an empty box across his desk with a polite nod. "We're shifting to more standard, reliable frameworks," he said. "Neha brings a more conventional, collaborative approach." I didn't argue or beg. Something deep inside me simply broke. I'm Aisha Malik, 32, aviation systems engineer. I never looked like the star, quiet, often in hoodies and sneakers, hair usually in a messy bun, but I saw patterns in flight data, weather variables, and maintenance logs that others overlooked. My system wasn't rigid code. It learned subtle, evolving rhythms of airport operations in ways no textbook model could replicate. Before we go further, if you've ever been undervalued or publicly discarded after pouring your soul into your work, hit like right now. Drop your city or country in the comments. I read everyone. Subscribe so you don't miss how this turns around. I drove home in silence, wipers struggling against the downpour. They'd hired Neha 5 months ago to support me. She questioned every unconventional adjustment I made, pushing for clean, standard protocols that looked impressive in slides, but crumbled under real airport chaos. "Wouldn't a simpler framework be more sustainable?" she'd ask with that polished smile. That night, my small apartment felt hollow. No partner, no plans, just the echo of wet shoes and the heavy knowledge that 4 years of my brilliance had been erased with a box and a champagne toast. The first couple of days, my phone stayed silent. Then the calls began, Neha's name flashing over and over. By day 4, there were 21 missed calls. On day 5, my former teammate, Rohit, texted urgently, "Aisha, the system is failing. Multiple gate delays today. One flight had a mechanical issue we should have caught early. Neha keeps applying standard resets, but disruptions are spreading. The operations director is panicking." I didn't reply right away. The guilt hit hard the next morning, when the airport authority director called. "Flights are backing up. Passengers are stranded. Crews are exhausted, and we're risking safety. This is affecting thousands of people daily." My system, meant to keep things moving safely and efficiently, was now causing chaos because of corporate ego. Later that day, I received a message from the airport CEO, a quiet cafe away from the terminal. Urgent discussion for the airport's sake. He looked worn out when I arrived. "They told us you left for other opportunities. We now know what really happened. Your predictive system worked flawlessly until they replaced you. We want to contract you directly. Bypass the old firm completely. Full creative control and proper credit." I felt the familiar sting, the rain, the toast, the public humiliation. But I also knew my algorithms carried unique intuition, honed from thousands of real-world variables only I fully understood. I met Neha 2 days later in a public library study room. She arrived early, eyes tired and voice strained. "I need your help. The predictions are off. Delays are cascading. I thought some parts of your code were overly complex or even designed to cause issues." I smiled faintly. "No sabotage. You simply didn't understand how it lives. It adapts to live weather shifts, crew fatigue patterns, and tiny logistical ripples in ways standard models can't. You replaced deep insight with neat templates." She swallowed. "I was wrong. Passengers and staff are suffering because of this. Please." I pictured stranded families, exhausted crews, and the broader ripple of disrupted lives. Punishing arrogance shouldn't punish everyone caught in the middle. "I'll help," I said, "but directly for the airport, not through the old company. I get full control and my name properly attached to the system." Within 9 days, the AI stabilized and improved with a few new adaptive layers I added. The airport terminated its contract with my former employer, and brought me on as lead consultant with my own small specialist team. Vikram called once, offering reinstatement and a generous raise, his voice edged with desperation. I let it go to voicemail. Today, nearly a year later, I run my own small aviation optimization consultancy. The airport system runs smoother than ever, with my name officially recognized. Neha later reached out, humbled, and I brought her on for a short-term role where she's learning to value what she once dismissed. Sometimes I still replay that rainy afternoon, the champagne laughter, the security escort, the soggy box, the public walk of shame. It hurt deeply. But every time I see flights departing on time and passengers moving without unnecessary stress, the weight feels lighter. The true win wasn't watching them scramble. It was realizing my worth was never theirs to dismiss. And finally, building something that no one could take away again.